guys, just a quick video to say this is going to be a video of a compilation of all of my shorts that I've been making that are judging Tudors Harshly. This is going to be probably the last video in the series. I think I've gone through every Tudor I can possibly think of at this point, but I am starting work on a judging Plantagenets Harshly series, so look out for that. As you can see, I am at home in Spain. It is 40 degrees in the shade, so I'm gonna go jump in the pool. Bye! Judging Tudors Harshly, Mary Queen of Scots, a queen from birth with no common sense. If you need proof, she married both Darnley and Bothwell. She was definitely involved in Darnley's murder, and she isn't going to win any prizes as Mum of the Year. Apparently she was 6 foot tall and wore wigs. Tudors Harshly, Margaret Tudor, basically the female Henry VIII. She always did exactly what she wanted, when she wanted. She had a really hard deal being sent to Scotland aged 13. She had bad sciatica and became very fat. Mary Tudor, the so-called Queen of France, who was there for about 5 minutes, mainly the Duchess of Suffolk, beautiful and uninteresting, died forgotten and in debt. I'm pretty sure her husband, Charles Brandon, didn't really love her. Elizabeth of York, Princess, Mother, Queen, but I've always had a strong suspicion that all the Woodville kids were illegitimate because Edward IV was a player. She fought for a crown and then did nothing with it, probably because she had a mother-in-law from hell. Beth of York really should have done better to her little sisters marriage-wise. Wolsey, Henry VIII's surrogate daddy, I really wish he'd become Pope because things would have been better with the butcher's dog. Borgia's 2.0. He had the last laugh though, dying on his way to the Tower. Robert Dudley killed his wife and nobody seems to care. He's basically the Tudor version of OJ. Sweet Robin who kept dipping his beak in the Queen. Then he married her look-alike, just like Kanye West marrying Bianca Censori. Mary Boleyn, the great whore. Anne and George got brains and Mary got boobs and the king's bastards. People say she married below herself, but I think she just wanted out of the toxic Boleyn family. Francis I, the great womanizing Turk. The emperor held his balls in his hand, literally. He married his clubfoot cousin and had lots of affairs. Threw Henry VIII to the ground more than once. Figuratively and literally, he was way more fertile. Thomas More, basically a fanatic. Rude about his wife and should have been a monk. England would have been a better place for it. Utopia is communism with religion. His only redeeming quality is the fact he educated his daughters. Thomas Cromwell, the enigma, the schemer, the murderer of Anne Boleyn. He brought in a horse and lost his head, of course. A distant ancestor of Danny Dyer. Jane Parker, mad, bad and sad. Nothing has a fury like a woman scorned. The headsman's axe stalked her, as did Howard Blood. I believe Jane Parker was the reason Kitty Howard misbehaved so very badly. Frances Brandon, horrible mother, power-hungry. She liked to ride her master of horse. Why she waived her right to a throne, I will never understand, because she pushed all her girls in its way. Charles Brandon, the survivor. He went from a nobody to a duke by marrying a princess. Basically, he's Meghan Markle, but a man, as they were both married before marrying royalty. William Cecil, the man played the long game and backed the right horse. But he lost the long game because he couldn't get Lizzie to experience married bliss. Lord Darnley, a likely long-legged lad who tried it on with every queen in Britain, blown up and strangled in his own home by his wife and her lover. Because he murdered his wife's best friend in front of her, he should have stayed out of politics. He was no good at it.